Skinny Harder is the T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all. Smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If it's your first time, do your boy a solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button there as well. Talk this good MMA, boxing, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, and not just today. Today we here with a UFC 250, UFC White House card. Whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever you want to call it. Main event prediction video. We got Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. And if I ever said the word banger before, this right here is what I call a banger, right? You got one of the best strikers, best American strikers in the UFC, right? It's a UFC White House card, right? So we got one of the best American strikers in the UFC and Justin Gaethje taking on one of the best strikers in general in the UFC in Topuria, uh, right? And this battle has, you know, war written all over it. Ili Topuria, right? He has war written all over it because both of these guys are strikers. Both of these guys are stand-up guys. Now, Justin Gaethje actually has a wrestling background, right? But he's a striker. That's what he wants to do. He wants to strike. I don't see him necessarily utilizing a lot of his wrestling in this fight, although he did end up utilizing wrestling in his last fight against Paddy Pimblett. I think that was more so just to show Paddy that you really can't mess with me there either, right? With this fight and with him and Illy, I'm expecting a brawl. Not necessarily a brawl, but it's almost going to be a boxing match, right? In the UFC ring. That's really what I'm expecting. Both of these guys are heavy boxing, right? So for my boxing people, this may be the one that y'all want to watch. I'm expecting it to be fireworks, at least for as long as it lasts. Right? Ilya Topuria is 17-0, right? 29 years old, 5'7", with a 69-inch arm reach. He's taking on Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is going to be the older fighter in this, right? He's going to be the veteran. He's going to be the veteran, right, in this fight. Uh, Justin Gaethje is 5'11" with a 70-inch arm reach. What's good, Daniel Berry? Shout out to my guy Daniel Berry, my guy Ray Buck. Appreciate y'all sliding through. If y'all could tap that thumbs up for your boy. Giving y'all this Gaethje versus Topuria breakdown. So Gaethje is an inch taller and has an inch of arm reach, right? So not an inch taller. Gaethje is 4 inches taller, but has a 1 inch arm reach, right? So the arm reaches are about the same. Topuria is going to be a little shorter, and I actually think in this fight there may actually be advantage to Poirier, right? When it comes to the inside fighting, as far as those body shots go, and both of these guys like to throw body shots. Like I said earlier, man, I think this pretty much gonna be a boxing match inside of a UFC ring, and I think as the fans, we are going to win. Right? As far as entertainment value, I think these guys go put on a hell of a show. If you don't even watch UFC, right? If you don't watch UFC much, if you're not an avid UFC watcher, I would recommend that you watch this fight this weekend. As far as this main event goes, for sure. And there's a few more fights on this card, right? That I recommend you watch. I'm gonna do a few more breakdowns on this card a little later, right? But I had to get the main event out the way first, right? But I recommend that you watch this fight because this. I think this is gonna be high class, right? High class striking right here in the UFC. And with that being said, I'm going to favor Ilya Topuria to get this win. Now, I'm not happy about it because, as you may know, Justin Gaethje is one of my favorite fighters, all time, right? Him, Max Holloway, Style Bender, right? Just to name a few that's still going, you know, Chuck Liddell, Rampage Jackson, Forrest Griffin, you know, just to name a few, from back in the day. But anyway, Justin Gaethje is, on that list, right? So I hope that I'm wrong about this, but I am going to take Ilya Topuria for the win over Justin Gaethje on this White House card, UFC Freedom 250 card, whichever one, you want to call it, whichever one floats your boat, right? And not only am I taking Ilya Topuria to win this, I'm taking Ilya Topuria to win this by knockout, right? So Ilya Topuria for the win. Ilya Topuria knockout over Justin Gaethje. I'm not happy about it, right? But I kind of feel like it's just, inevitable, right? This is going to be for the 155-pound title, right? Topuria was the champ. He took a little break. Justin Gaethje became the interim champ, right? He's been holding it down, and now they're going to basically fight for see who's the real champion, right? My boxing people, in the sense, Topuria is linear champion, Gaethje is the current champion, and now they're going to fight to see who's the real champion, right? In boxing terms, you know what I mean. But again, if I was going to say who's the better wrestler, I guess it would be Gaethje. But I don't know how much him being the better wrestler is going to do because Topuria has excellent wrestling defense, which is why I don't think it's really going to be a factor. So you can kind of throw that out of the window. I think the grappling and the wrestling in this actually, I think it's going to be a striking battle. That's what a striking battle. That's what Gaethje likes to do. That's what Topuria likes to do. Both of these guys are heavy boxing, and that's what I think we're going to get. We're going to get a boxing match, and I'm hyped to see it. You know what I mean? But I do got Ilya Topuria victorious in this. I didn't realize that Ilya Topuria was so much shorter than Justin Gaethje. Right? Their arm reach is the same. Maybe Justin Gaethje is going to have a huge size advantage, and maybe he will implement some wrestling or try to implement some wrestling, right? Like he did with Paddy Pimblett. But even still, then I don't see him beating Ilya Topuria. I think Ilya Topuria, will even find a way to stuff the takedown, right? It's like people hadn't tried to take him down before, all right? Topuria is so good on the feet. He's dictating most of his fights. So even if you're thinking about taking him down, he has a lot of power, you know what I mean, in his shots. Right now, Gaethje has only been stopped one time. Well, no, he's been stopped twice. He's been stopped once recently against. He's been stopped once against Max Holloway. I wouldn't even say recently, maybe like a couple years ago, 2 years ago, right? And then he got stopped back in the day, about 10, 12 years ago, right? So he has been stopped more than once, but he's not the guy who's just going around here getting stopped. So me calling the Topuria knockout, right? That's big, right? That's a lot bigger than I'm making it sound right now, you know. But Topuria for the win. I think Topuria is like minus 525, so he's a big favorite. So if you want to throw a little something on Gaethje, I ain't mad at you. I'm going to Florida, this weekend, right, this week for a week, right? And Justin Gaethje's last fight, pretty much paid for that trip. But I digress. So I'm not mad at nobody who want to throw a little something on Justin Gaethje as a dog. He's not unfamiliar with being a big dog and pulling upsets, right? Paddy Pimblett. So I ain't mad at you, but I do got Ilya Topuria to win, and I got Ilya Topuria by stoppage, right? But I'm not gonna hold y'all up too long, man. Skin Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. This the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Look.